Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I want to talk today about how it's your belief system that's being reflected back to you in your 3D reality. So you don't need to be fearful of your thoughts. You just want to be aware of your thoughts and then make a choice to see the data, challenge yourself on that particular belief. I also want you to I've talked about this before, I believe, in a million videos, but I will say it maybe in a different way. When you do your inner work, and I do suggest that the quote unquote inner work really is just putting yourself with whatever technique resonates with you in your end state a few times a day and then maintaining a mental diet. When you do your inner work, see it as you shifting. Okay. See it as you shifting into your end instead of thinking of your imagination as being something that is fake, and then you're waiting to see if it gets reflected back to you. This might help many of you guys. I know that this is how I look at whatever it is that I'm manifesting, whether it's something related to my mirror soul, my mom, my dogs, my home, things that are in my home, things from my future. I don't see the inner work as being fake. I see it that I am being that now and I'm experiencing that. And that experience is a manifestation. That experience is real. I don't see it as being, oh, it's just my imagination. It may or may not happen. Okay, so before I get further into this, if you love my content, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell too if you want to be notified when I come on with new videos. If you want me to be your coach, email me a short description to kim@coreunion.com, then book your session or package with me at my website, coreunion.com, and then we will get back to you with my next available after you've booked. Remember when I told you guys that I had literally like put my entire life as this experiment to prove that manifestation was real, let go of my very safe and secure, very good paying job. And I'm going to go all in with this and I'm going to manifest so I can prove that it's real. So the reason why I like to bring that up a lot is because the entire thing was a giant experiment. And so I have so many stories of things that I manifested both personally and with the business. Literally not looking at circumstances as being final ever, that every single thing that does happen in your 3D reality is malleable. It's that simple. And I know that for some of you guys, if you're new, it doesn't seem that simple, but it actually is. Our ego minds make everything much more complicated. That's why a lot of the inner work that I suggest doing is stepping away and out of your ego as much as possible, and instead going into your heart center and trusting in your deepest desires in your heart and soul and seeing your imagination as that kingdom of heaven. That's how I manifest. So when I used to, and I might talk a little bit about a few different areas of things that I've manifested in my reality in this video. I do need to keep it relatively short. But when I used to wake up in the morning, I would get clear, and I still do, but I would get clear. One thing I wanted to talk about, what kind of money and experience did I want to have with my clients, with my employees? How much did I want to make? And I would do my inner work from the moment that I woke up, always tapping into God, universe, source, then always reminding myself that my life is just reflecting me back to me. Then I would go into appreciating, valuing, loving who I was at the core of me first, the values within me. And I would always imagine having inner conversations. I can think back to when I was younger, very young, and having those imaginary inner conversations and noticing that it felt really good. And then I would end up experiencing it in my life. You have to realize that you're constantly having these imaginary acts. You're constantly having these inner conversations. So I would get up and then I would just be affirming nonstop, looping affirmations nonstop about all the different things I wanted to experience in my reality. Experience equals manifestation. So I was constantly shifting over and over and over again. And what I didn't want, well, excuse me, what I did want. And if I had opposing thoughts or fears come up, nope, that's not what I want. Nope, that's not who I am. Nope, that's not what's happening. especially when it came to things related to security and finances. F no, I didn't allow myself to think about it and ruminate on the fear. No way. So I would then get in the shower, I would play music, I would dance, I would move my body, and I would imagine the emotions and the feelings that I was having in that moment was what people would feel when they looked at my business, when they saw the website, when they saw the social media, when they walked into my store. And I would consciously be aware that I'm in the shower right now, but time is an illusion. Space is an illusion. Meaning, I was in the shower in that moment, but I was in my mind, I was either at the store having just made 10, 15, $20,000, or I was wherever else I wanted to be in my imagination. I didn't see that as fake. I saw that as this is as real as anything else in my 3D reality. Same thing for anything related to my mirror soul. If I did my inner work, I wasn't seeing that as being fake. I saw it as this is a real experience, as real as anything else in my 3D reality. I was shifting into being the version of me with the version of my baby, where we were healthy, strong, confident, secure, fully trusting each other. And that's it. We got past all of our stuff. I know what happens sometimes. I see it happening with a lot of you guys who are commenting under videos. I also see it happen, obviously, again, I'm talking about it with myself. It happens with literally everybody. You'll be doing your inner work. You're getting strict with yourself, meaning you're getting focused and disciplined, and you are making these decisions over and over and over and over again. You're doing the inner work, and then the universe puts you in the exact same time, in the exact same place as your SPF after you haven't seen them in years. Or suddenly they reach out and they tell you, hey, I've just been thinking about you. Or you get a phone call, right? Just a few different things that could happen. Or you reach out and then you get a favorable reply. Then what ends up happening sometimes is, because you got a taste of it, you start to get impatient, and then you go trying to, now in the 3D, you're trying to almost use force or manipulation. It's like you want to, now you're getting a really taste of it. You just go at it and grab. Internally, you start to get nervous, maybe because you stop hearing from them. Maybe they didn't reply right away in 5 minutes, and then a half hour goes by, and immediately, energetically, you're starting to get nervous that they don't really love me. They really were just being polite. This isn't what they really want. Or maybe this is going to happen again and we're going to separate again. Recognize, please, that the moment that happens, you pulled yourself out of the inner work that you were actually doing that produced the movement to begin with. And then what ends up happening sometimes is, so you get a little bit of movement, and then now you're looking out again in the 3D, that the 3D is what's real. Your inner work isn't necessarily real. You shifted back into your being the version of you that isn't in the relationship, and that's in seeking mode. That has to be shown back to you. You shifted into that reality, and then you don't want to do your inner work anymore. But be honest with yourself. It's because you got a little disappointed. Please don't give up and go back to doing the inner work that you were doing before you got the evidence, the hardcore 3D evidence in your reality. Don't give up, persist, and trust that when you do your inner work and imagination, whatever it is that you're doing for inner work, if you're feeling into the state of blissful, loving, passionate, happy relationship, then that is what you're shifting into. So trust that more than you trust your 3D, and start really shifting how you look at life and how you look at yourself. Please confirm and affirm that you've received this message. I know for a fact that it shifted many of you guys. I believe and I declare that it has. I love you. Reach out to me if you need me. Have an amazing day.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.